Hello and welcome to another month of the Single Cask Club. Hope you've all had a wonderful July and welcome to August. Welcome to our new members as always from around the world, all the way from New South Wales to out to Texas and of course all over the UK as well. So cool, thanks for joining us. For those who don't know me, my name's Guy. This is the Strong Water Co. This is a shop at 78 High Street in Banchory, and then we've got another one at 2 Bridge Street in Ballister. The Ballister shop is very close to opening our whiskey bar there, which is amazing news. We've told lots of people about it, and I've taken forever to do it. Sorry, kids, family, everything got in the way, but we're almost there. So September, that will be opening, which is fantastic. So this month we've got 2 releases from Little Brown Dog, Chris and Andy. They're just super. We do loads of stuff with them, and I think the liquid that they produce is always excellent. Single cask strength editions of some really interesting stuff. And this month they've got a couple of distilleries with cool, interesting casks that are really letting the spirit shine, which I think is great. They've not just caked them with too much cask influence and we don't know what this distillery is underneath it. So, how this works, dram number 1, dram number 2. We go through them, we chat a bit about them, then we taste them. Bada bing, bada boom. So dram number 1 is this Glenelgan. So Glenelgan, from just south of Elgin, in a lovely little town called Fogwart, which is just south of Benriach and Longbourn. It's got very slow fermentation. It's got a very slow distillation. It's got 6 stills to really clean out the sulfur from it, and then it uses worm tubs to add back in oiliness and weight to the spirit kind of character. Mainly using White Horse blend. Their 12-year-old is probably the biggest thing, the most renowned blend from White Horse there. And really revered for blending. It's got a super characteristic, takes on flavour well, and allows, it goes well with others as well, which is always very, very good. So this is a Glenelgan distilled on the 6th of March 2013, bottled on the 22nd of July 2026. As a 13-year-old, an outrun of 265 bottles at a bottle strength of 56.2%. And this has been done in a refill Pinot de Charon barrique. So what's Pinot de Charon? I think probably a lot of people will ask. It's a kind of fresh or slightly fermented grape juice from the Charon region in France, which is then mixed with cognac. The white Pinot de Charon is then aged for a minimum of 18 months in oak, and this is where we get Pinot de Charon barrels. So it's the most fabulous kind of aperitif, served cold, delicious. Then with whiskey, it really allows the whiskey to kind of shine. This has a real kind of grassy, waxy kind of note, and then Pinot de Charon adds a light top note to it, which I think is rather fabulous. So, on the nose, cheers. I think this is just like green apple sherbet. It's kind of got this blackcurrant leafy element to it. And almost a minty kind of like white peppery kind of spice. It's soft, but it's then kind of, it's got volume on the palate. It's kind of fresh vanilla sponge. It's got more red currants. It's got a cognac whack of the alcohol. I feel like that's really where that's quite apparent. Cognac, quite often you get a lot of vanilla first of all, a lot of caramel. Alcohol comes in the back of the palate. This is very similar to that. It's got a lighter style spice to it, a real gingery fieriness element to it. And then it comes in at the end, it's becoming more Bakewell, it's apricot stone, that kind of tartness of it. And one of the notes that Andrew wrote about it, Little Brown Dog, was fresh rocket. And I think that tartness right at the end of the palate is exactly like that. So, yeah, I think Pinot de Charon casks really go in harmony to allow the Glenelgan spirit to sing here. It's not over the top. You can still taste the original distillery character underneath it. And I think it's, yeah, a super kind of match. Very summery and a lovely dram. So enjoy that. And we will get to dram number 2. So, dram 2. This comes from Strathmill, which is in Keith. So there's 2 distilleries in Keith, Strathmill and Strathisla. Strathmill, by a lot of people, is actually regarded as being mothballed at the moment. So there's not a lot of kind of obvious elements about that, but there's a lot of chitter chatter locally that it's mothballed, even though it's one of the main ingredients in J&B blend, which is quite interesting. It's light and fruity. It's got a long fermentation as well. Uses a purifier pipe, so from the line arm above the still, there's a pipe connected from the line arm which comes back into the spirit still. With the long fermentation and the way the spirit run is done, this adds a real oiliness. It's got this real olive oil kind of grassy style to it. And it's cool that they've done this. A lot of people would maybe just sit on Strathmill. If it potentially is going through a silent period, value will obviously be worth more. So this is done in a cream sherry hogshead. Cool that they've not kind of overdone this with sherry. The temptation is, as always, is to whack it in a big, really active Oloroso sherry cask. Get some hellish good colour on it, like the Abelard that they've done in this release, and a lot of big, bold sherry flavours in there, but then maybe lose the distillery character underneath it. So cool to use cream sherry, not something that we see a lot of. So yeah, Strathmill, distilled 7th of April 2015, bottled 21st of July 2026, 286 bottles, bottled at 54.6%. It's quite fun writing tasting notes on this one. Earlier on, I think it said it smelled like Danish oil over maple boards and Victorian floorboards of the Strong Watercoast Ballater tasting room yet to be opened, which is a bit of a kick up the arse to myself, really. So, yeah, I think this is Danish oily, wanky tasty note that, but it's woody, it's oily, it's tropical fruity. It's then got a sweetness of maybe more brioche, kind of a leathery active tannin. I think this one really opens up as we go on the palate. Sanj. It's creamy, it's chewy, you get your teeth into it. It's then got a pink grapefruity kind of bite. This is where I really saw the olive oil and the grassiness as well. You get that sweetness, the creaminess, and then this oiliness comes through, which is kind of a bit of a bite, more orchard fruity. It's almost like you get a bit of red wine castell tannin through it as well, which is quite active, which I think balances well to the creamy grassiness of it. And then on the finish, it's more orchard fruity. It's got a kind of fresh, sharp kind of tannin through it. That furniture polish comes back in as a note, but then turns into this really lovely brandy butter, sweety creaminess. And yeah, I think that's interesting. We don't see an awful lot of Strathmill. Again, he's let the spirit character, they have let the spirit character shine on. And yeah, 2 good drams from the boys at Little Brown Dog. Good on you. So enjoy that, and we shall see you in September. Cheerio.